All right, guys, welcome back to the Real South Africa. This is Mark Blanton, your host, and of course, we have a family that came in from Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is their second tour, so they are a repeat offender. And check out what they had to say about their experience with us in South Africa.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism channel. Today we have the Bowdens family. We had the Bowdens come on the real estate tour in November, and so now they brought their son. So right now it is a family affair. And
hello everyone, Latasha Blanton, the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism, and I'm so excited that the Bowdens are here and that they brought their son. So just going to hear about their time here since they did the real estate tour, which is completely different than one of our private tours. So we're going to have a chat with them, and I'll let them introduce themselves as they go along.
all right, let's start with you.
Hi, I'm Arthur Bowden. I'm the dad here. My wife, Sharonda, my beautiful wife, Sharonda.
She is beautiful. and
And mini me.
yes,
Yeah, Khalil Bowden and his son.
So just tell me, guys, what was different about this trip?
I think the personal attention, we got to see a little more of the city. We did do a property safari, so we added that on. And got to see some properties. And so that was a good thing because I wanted my son to see it
Okay.
as well. We had it was just great, and the tour guides were excellent. We've learned a lot about South African history, and it was so enriching.
Okay, good. What about for you, Sharon?
You know, I loved the personal attention to every detail. And I'm a detail fanatic, they know. But I didn't have to worry about anything whatsoever. I, again, appreciated the tour guides. They were so knowledgeable. It was as if we had a personal historian for each one of our excursions to Soweto, to the Nelson Mandela Museum. That was amazing, and they were so personable and friendly. And the safari, of course, was amazing. It was just so peaceful, and so this was our second time at the safari. But I think each time probably is going to be different. It was just as thrilling as the first time.
Yeah.
It was more fun, I think, because it was so personable for us, you know, as a family. And having that tailored escort service, I know, I felt special.
Yeah.
Well, you were special because you were here celebrating something special.
Yeah, it was my birthday, and you know, the Blantons had arranged to have us go to dinner at Signature Restaurant, and that was fabulous. It was just amazing. Food was off the charts. It was just, they had, you know, live music, the atmosphere was just beautiful, and I didn't think we were going to even stay that late, but we felt so comfortable. We laughed and talked, you know, all night. It was just great.
It was good. Awesome, awesome. Now, it's your first time here.
Yeah, first time here. I've heard so many stories from my parents about their last trip to South Africa, and I've seen many of the Real South Africa videos as well. Bombarded. So the hype for this trip was at an all-time high. So I already came in just very excited and just ready to just experience what like South Africa has to offer, and was not disappointed by any means. The accommodations, the drivers, tour guides, the locals we met, everyone that we've met, it's been extremely warm, and it feels like this brother and sisterhood that I've never even really imagined that I would have, and have this immediate connection with people here. Beyond just the beauty here, it's just the experiences were fun, eye-opening, and with like the museum, the Apartheid Museum, very eye-opening, seeing similarities between race relations we have in the U.S. and here, and how we actually really relate to each other on that level, so on a really deep, intimate level. So it's easy to make friends here. And the first safari I've ever had in my life. So it was a lot of fun. It was cool to see the animals that we did. And just the weather was beautiful. The tour guides were so phenomenal. They told so many stories about the history of South Africa, and then like the day-to-day lives and recommendations, and it just felt like talking to an old friend.
And then I don't think people know what you do for a living. Can you tell us what you do for a living? Also, how this is different from any place maybe you've been to during your career?
Yeah, so I work in the airline industry. I am an airline pilot. I predominantly fly initially domestically, but mostly into Europe and a little bit of South America. And I would try to, take trips on my off time and just try to see the world as I could. But this experience has been very unique throughout all of that. I'm a I would say a well-seasoned traveler. Could be sort of humble about it, but just having, you guys really set everything up in just such a wonderful way and help us if you had any questions or anything like that. Made the whole process extremely smooth and just streamlined, which was really nice. And just the feeling that I've had here, just traveling and just really talking to just everyone, just locals, anyone on the street, any of the hotel staff or any of the staff at any of the excursions we went on. It just, the amount of warmth and just togetherness that the people of South Africa have is evident immediately. And they're very unapologetic about their warmth.
That is very true.
And it honestly felt like home.
And the five-star accommodations were chef's kiss. Very, very nice. I mean, just we feel so comfortable and welcomed, and yeah, I cannot recommend the real South Africa tourism and travel more.
When we stepped into our room, it was a definite wow factor. Actually, it was a couple other words, but wow would be the most appropriate here.
As long as they're good.
Oh, it's good.
Okay. He's like, I'm just not going to say that right now.
And everyone was just so welcoming, so warm. We're deciding whether, actually, we're not deciding. We will be moving here.
Okay.
Going through that process. It's a nice landing spot. It's just amazing how well versed everyone is in American culture. When we were at we were having lunch during the safari, a gentleman came up to me. He was from Botswana, and he was saying, "Yeah, I love the Isley Brothers."
I'm like, how do you even know we're from the U.S.? But he knew.
He knew immediately?
Yeah, he started listing all of the R&B albums he liked. And I mean, we had a really good time talking to him.
Wow.
So, I shot back. I said, I like, my wife loves South African music, black coffee. Oh, black coffee's good.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I won't say we're 1 for 1, but I got one, you got one. Yeah.
And I met your son, L. Yes. So it was like, I'm not totally coming in here blinded.
Yeah.
But it's wonderful to discover this stuff and actually discover it, experience it, and embrace it.
Yeah.
That's a lot. And when you say embrace, do you mean like how would you, what do you mean by embrace? I understand, but what do you
by
mean?
embrace is that cherish it.
Okay.
Just understand that there's someone out there that has somewhat of the same experiences, and it's basically a kindred kind of spirit.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it. I love the way that South Africans do things like all of the malls. They're really big on malls. They're really big, on quality.
Yes.
And when you're here, your spirit is free. I didn't have to think about carrying I'm a black man walking around. So, and I know you hear this all the time.
No, but it's not about, hearing it all the time. It's like you say it because it's true.
It is.
You say it because it's true. I know I was talking to you, and you had mentioned that when you'd only been here 2 days,
Yeah, at that point, yeah.
and you were like, the weight had been lifted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like within my first 2 days, I just realized the weight off my shoulders has been lifted. Just thinking about like how I fit in a social setting of whatever environment I'm in. Constantly are thinking like, all right, I'm black and I'm in this space. How is the world going to react to it? The world around me. And here, it's just that weight was just taken off. It was just this subconscious thing that's been there, my whole life. It just was gone. It was just like, it just felt really light. It felt very nice. And, I felt a real sense of belonging. That was just surprising, just how quick that happened. And my parents, they have told me all about that feeling. And it was really nice to actually, discover that in person.
You all look so happy.
We're going to be leaving. I'm not happy about that.
But I think you'll be okay. Because I feel like, I've talked to Savannah about it, and it's when you leave, if you think you're not coming back, it really does bring you down. But if you know you're coming back, you're going to be back here soon. You're kind of like, I'll be back. So it's
exactly.
yeah.
And, I think I shared with you too. The last time we came, it was my first trip here. I went back to work with a new attitude. I mean, a lighter attitude. Because I knew that I had something bigger to look forward to, and that's what is driving me now. That excitement is what's keeping me going, and having something on the horizon to be excited about is always going to make a difference. Yeah.
And you can't share that with everybody.
I can't share it with anybody at work. They're not trying to hear that, but that's just, that's the way it is.
But that's for you anyway. It really is for you, because like when you start talking to people about something you've got going or something that you're excited about, everyone's not happy for you.
That's so true.
So you do have to keep some stuff close to the vest, because if not, they don't think that they will, but they'll try to sabotage.
I think that makes it even more exciting when you've got something just for you or just for us, we're working toward.
Yeah.
That we know is special.
Yeah. It is just for you.
So what's the difference? This guy's your second time. So what's the difference between a group tour, because you came on a real estate tour, versus a private tour?
Well, the group tour, everyone had a purpose to it. And the Real South Africa set that up very well. The first day was a little tough, but
because we had just flown in.
Yeah, we just flown in. And we had, I had a lot of speakers that was going from immigration, banking, healthcare, so everything we needed.
Yeah.
And so we were able to curate the contacts. So, so the real estate tour is more of a focus tour.
Yes.
The private tour was more relaxed.
Okay. Yeah, because we were on the real estate tour. We on a mission.
Yeah.
We're definitely on a mission.
And
you got to skip all of that. Got to skip all of it.
And I told Art a couple times, I'm like, don't oversell it, because you just, he talked about it nonstop. And I didn't want him to oversell it to Khalil, and then he would just be like, when he got here, a little let down.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's possible.
Yeah. I won't say it's not possible, but it would take a lot.
Yeah.
You'd have to be purposeful in letting someone down. At least that's what I feel.
I'll say that this experience, it would not have been because we had such a great time. So, everything isn't perfect. Everything is not always perfect and all good, but overall, we're talking generally, this was an amazing experience.
Excellent.
And thanks to Mr. Bowden.
I know, right?
Thank you. But I would suggest for people who are really interested in considering South Africa as a as a retirement or as a place to live. Go to both tours. Take both.
Oh, that's yeah.
Take both because you get a different sense of everything. I felt that I was doing everything by attending the real estate tour first. I thought I was doing it backwards, but it doesn't matter. You just have to come here and experience it, see what's out here. The properties are just amazing, and for the cost of the property compared to what you can get in the U.S. or the United States, it's remarkable. It's unbelievable.
It gives you something to think about.
Everybody has their own journey.
Yeah.
So it's not a right or wrong way, just you have a journey. So.
Is there anything you want the people to know in general about your experience or about South Africa?
One thing is something I'll share because I heard people when they hear South Africa, immediately, there's that question of security and, are we going to be safe? Because I'll say propaganda that we get in the U.S. isn't always favorable. And so there are tendencies for us to have a negative connotation when we talk about South Africa. I would say let that go. Let that go and come and see for yourself and then form an opinion. You don't have to listen to us. You don't have to take our advice or what we've said, but we're all over here smiling. So that would be my recommendation.
Excellent. Awesome.
Yeah, really to build upon that, I've told a lot of my friends and close colleagues about this trip. We set this up and just the hype around it, and a lot of them were questioning security and is it going to be smart for you to go, this, that, and the other, and they just have no idea of what this country has to offer. It's the warmth of the people, the scene, just the natural beauty. It's insane. It's just, as Americans, we are not really shown what the continent, let alone just a country in this continent, truly has to offer. The real beauty behind everything that's here. Life originated in Africa, so it's got to be beautiful for something that big. And I would say, only advice I could truly give is just come here with a very open mind and be, ready for anything. To soak in just anything you can about the culture, and I think it'll be a wonderful experience for the whole.
So are you thinking about life different now and the opportunities that are possible within South Africa?
100% I am. I'm already thinking I think at the minimum I'll retire here.
Wow.
And I'm 30, so I have a lot of time.
He already made the choice.
You got a lot of time. I'm going to retire. He's already planning. I'm starting saving my money. I'm going to start putting, stuff in my IRA, my 401k. My job is to be because my parents not leaving me.
Yeah.
No, and I'm thinking about when they move here, I'm like, all right, I'm going to set up my schedule so I can come here and spend as much time as I can with them. And juggle life that way.
Yeah, we expect to see you every May.
Yeah.
The entire
minimum
month
of May. Yeah. Absolutely bare
He's
minimum.
minimal, but I'm sure I'll be here in September.
Maybe a quarterly visit, do something like that.
Yeah. What you got, Art?
Basically what they say. You have to come here. Because you can look at YouTube, it's not the same. It's a 3D experience, actually 4D experience. You have to immerse yourself into it to really get what it's all about.
And do it with a group like the Real South Africa Tourism and Travel, because they know the ins and outs of all of the details, everything that you may not even have known to ask about, because many times if it's your first time somewhere, you don't even know what questions to ask. But, they have already figured it out for you. And they do it very well.
From your beautiful 5-star rooms to your transportation to your meals, you get downtime, so you're able to go out and shop. One of our destinations were like Mall of Africa.
Yeah.
there's local malls here, Santon Mall, Rosebank Mall. I mean, everything is here. And it's curated and, as Mark would say, proper.
Yeah.
For that old trip, yeah.
See?
Even the locals, like, yeah, proper time.
Well, we want to thank you guys for the opportunity, for your time, especially coming back a second time. That takes a lot of courage to come back a second time, and of course come back with us. So we really appreciate it. I know you guys are going to have a long flight back, but you got a lot to talk about and a lot to reminisce about and plan for when you guys get ready to come back. So I think I'll probably see you again this year, but but we'll see. I know you got some plans you gotta get sorted out, but we'll definitely see you guys soon.
All right, guys, this is Mark Edward Blanton from the Real South Africa. And guess what? Our visa services is back. We're going to be helping you guys with visas because we all know that it can be problematic to get a visa here in the Republic of South Africa. So what we have done, we partnered with a big company that will assist us, and we've checked them out. We recommend that their services are very, very proper. Of course, we go with proper here in the Republic of South Africa, and they can assist you. So if you have questions about, do I qualify for a visa? Then that's when we have our consult. You get a consult with these guys. They will literally go through everything with you. And my expectations is for you to ask all the questions that you need to ask so you will know exactly which way to proceed. So they work in every arena of immigrations. So it would definitely help us who are looking to migrate to the Republic of South Africa. And all I can say is first, come on a trip, of course. And once you come on a trip, then you will be motivated to do all the work that needs to happen for you guys to come to South Africa properly. So all I can say is this is a great team. This is a great situation. All I can say is, again, reach out to us at outreach@therealsoutafrica.com. We will respond to you, and then you'll get an email, and then the process has began. Okay, so we will see you guys here properly in sunny South Africa. Everybody, this is Mark Blanton, and this is
Dr. Latasha Blanton from the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism.
And we have amazing packages to Johannesburg, Cape Town, and Durban. So we would like to see you guys here. All you have to do is just go to our website, therealsoutafrica.com, and we'll make sure that your trip here is amazing.
See you here in sunny South Africa.
Hi, I'm Trevor Noah, and I'm South African. And because I'm South African, people from all over the world insist on asking me questions about South Africa. So, I decided to make an ad to answer some of those fascinating questions. Like, how cold and snowy is your Christmas? Well, Tracy, unfortunately, we can't afford snow. Nah, I'm just playing. We're in the Southern Hemisphere, which means when it's freezing in Connecticut, it's fantastic in Cape Town. Klaus sent me this one. Can you play golf in South Africa? Well, Klaus, we actually have some of the finest golf courses in the world, but judging by your 37 handicap, can you play golf? How many stars are your 5-star hotels? Brian wants to know, can I meet the lions? Well, I don't know if you want to meet them, but you can see them on safari. And get this, it's not just lions, Brian. We've got everything. There's elephants, there's rhinos, there's giraffes, there's buffaloes, there's leopards. Come on, man, expand your horizons. Ostriches. Is South Africa fun? Is it fun? Are you even watching this commercial, Michelle? Paragliding, bungee jumping, surfing, river rafting, shark cage diving, hot air balloons, hiking, cycling, wine tasting, whatever this guy's doing. Does that not look like fun to you, Michelle? Does that not look like fun? So, now that I've shown you South Africa, my only question is, when are you coming to experience it for yourself?
Okay, you have made it. You have made it to South Africa. I know it's on a lot of people's bucket list, and now you are here. Coming to a safari in South Africa is something special and should be celebrated, because when you get here, as you see, it is going to be an experience of a lifetime, something you'll never, ever are going to forget and you will talk about forever. So booking a trip with the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism to Kruger National Park here in South Africa is one of the most amazing places you can be, simply because of the amenities, the accommodations, the food, the vibe, the experience. There is nowhere on the planet that you're going to be able to do exactly what you're seeing right now. Being out in nature is something that we all have gotten away from. Now it's time to go back, and we could do it for you here at the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. As you see, we talk about safari lodges a lot, and now you actually see why it's important that you actually go out and have a good time. Getting back to nature, meeting good people, enjoying yourself, decompressing from all the days and months of work before you were getting here. I know you was excited to get that spa treatment. I know you were thinking about it the entire time. And now that you're here, you're going to eat some good food. You're going to get treated very well. And all I can say to you is coming to sunny South Africa will probably be the best choice. So I would say book your trip on our website, therealsouthafrica.com. Contact us if you have any questions, and we're going to make your time here amazing. See ya. All right, guys, you see the Real South Africa hanging out in another country. It's called Zimbabwe, and we have an amazing tour to Zimbabwe as well. What we have done, because you guys have been asking so many times, hey, what about going to another country while we're there? Now, granted, South Africa has a lot to offer, as you guys already know. Most of our people who come with us are like, this place is amazing. They're trying to cover the whole country in 10 days. They're trying to see all the sights, because once you get here, there's just always just more to see. But at the same time, what we have done, we've partnered with an amazing company in Zimbabwe. They are literally steps away from Victoria Falls, and you get to add your package, add this to your package. So what does that mean? So let's just suppose for a moment, you said, Mark, we want to come to Johannesburg for 6 days, get an opportunity to see Johannesburg properly with guides and restaurants lined up for us, attractions, and just to get a chance to see the country. But at the same time, you can say, we want to add 4 days, because what we do is, no matter what package you get, if you do 10-day, you're going to Cape Town, Joburg, Durban, you can always add Zimbabwe to the mix. And this is what it looks like. This is what you're going to be doing, and this is what we offer. And of course, while you're there, you can do so many different things. We've had a few people join on this package, and I can tell you right now, they always come back and say, wow, that was different. I say, yes, it's a different country, and different customs, different everything. So, and it's Africa. You get an opportunity to get on the Zambezi River. Obviously, you get to eat some amazing food, and all these great and wonderful things. And then, of course, we do it in the same manner in which we do everything. We do everything 5-star Lux style. So when you get there, you could just literally relax and just enjoy your stuff. And that's what we expect you to do. And so we listen to you guys. You guys wanted to have it. We always go check out things ourselves to make sure everything is in order, because that's important to us, that when you go, we have the relationships with with everyone that we're putting you in front of, because you guys are flying too far, going too far, spending a pretty good amount of money to come to have an amazing African experience. So you shouldn't be shorted. You shouldn't be wondering where to go, how to go. Okay, what is this? I've never been there. You should have things that are already set up for you. And I'm sure a lot of people have appreciated it in the past once they actually arrived in Africa, especially South Africa, that they had a great experience. And so with us, being Americans, we understand that a lot of you guys are from the West or Americans, and of course you've never been here, so it's a big mystery. But obviously, trusting the real South Africa, like thousands of people in the past have done, you can have an amazing trip. So again, check out these sights and sounds. Trust me, being there is one thing, is amazing. So we have amazing travel packages to the south. You can come to Joburg, Durban, Cape Town, go on an amazing safari, and then at the same time, guess what? You can go ahead and add on 4 more days. So go ahead and get your leave forms filled out, get everything set up, get your passports. Go to our website, The Real South Africa, and you.
For spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.